if you know someone who says we should get together and it never quite happens, my first guest wants to help. Seattle food coach Christina Conrad is the creator of Supper Club, a service that brings friends together with seasonal menus, shopping lists, and even a few fun surprises built in. She's back with us today to whip up some easy dishes and share her tips for hosting a memorable night. Christina Conrad, hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
this
you
is going to
for
be so much
inviting me.
fun.
I'm excited.
What do you hear from people the most who say, you know what, I just don't feel like I can host a party? What's holding them back?
I think partially it's confidence. So there is a pressure to feel like everything has to be perfect, my plates have to match. What if I'm not a great, fabulous, chefy cook? You know, there's like this pressure that we put on ourselves, but if we're honest, if you invite someone for dinner, they're there because they want to be with you and they want to be with everybody. And you know what? It's going to be great.
It is going to be great. And that's why also we have Supper Club. So tell everyone about how it works.
Yes. So Supper Club is designed as a potluck. So I know you said that you're kind of iffy on hosting.
Iffy on cooking, I guess, and the confidence. So therefore hosting.
So it's designed as a potluck so that you don't have to do the full lift. And then from there, the host rotates seasonally, if that makes sense for your friend group. So again, like the responsibility is kind of being passed around. And then within the program, all the members have access to a seasonal menu that comes out quarterly. And the seasonal menu has everything from your signature cocktail down to your dessert, which we're going to talk about today.
And I think that's a perfect segue to talk about the 3 desserts that you brought today. Starting over here, I'm smelling some coffee.
Yes.
What's happening?
Okay, so all of these desserts are through the lens of Supper Club, which means it's doable, it's seasonal, but it doesn't, you know, you're not going to get like tripping over yourself with all of these crazy details, especially at the end of an evening.
It's approachable.
Totally.
Okay, thank you.
So we're going to be doing affogato as our first dessert.
Yum.
Have you had this before?
Yes.
Yes.
Love.
It's so good.
Love.
What's not to love? Has 2 ingredients. So it's vanilla gelato and freshly brewed espresso. This is a Bialetti mocha pot. I'm sure you've seen them. They're so iconic.
I've seen it. I have not done this myself ever.
We have 8 of these at my house. I'm not kidding you.
What?
I know.
It makes all the. What do you love about it? Just the flavor?
My opinion, it's like the best espresso you can get that's outside of like a proper coffee shop.
Okay,
and
fair.
it's just done for you. Like this, we do put these in our suitcase when we're going somewhere that's not Italy. I'm not going to lie to you.
I was going to say that's where I think I've tried this.
Yes,
obviously
I'm
in
sure.
Italy nonstop. Amalfi Coast. Shout out to you. I'll be back.
Okay, so you just do the coffee in here. You're going to fill it up to the top, and then you're going to, I'll let you do this, screw on the top. So pretend that that is all the way done.
Done. Okay, and you pack it in too, like all the coffee to the top is important. Okay.
And then you would put it on the stove, boom.
How long on the stove, just to heat up, couple minutes?
It depends on the size. So this size is considered a 6. It's a 6-cup, Italians. Right. This is like a 1 cup
I was
for my
say,
husband.
Like,
yeah,
single?
This is a 1. I use a little 3, but something like this, I would say that this would serve probably 6 people with as an affogato for dessert.
Delicious.
And I would pass this around at the table. So there's some interaction.
Yeah.
People are kind of getting involved. You can chat about it. Again, depending on what kind of coffee you typically brew. A lot of people maybe haven't really used these before. I'm sure they've seen them.
It looks fancy, so I'm into it.
Okay, so do we want to, I can hold it and you can pour it.
Oh gosh.
This is a lot of trust. You can just keep the lid right on.
This is a lot of trust.
I know.
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah,
okay, whoa.
Perfect.
Whoa, sister.
I know.
Don't touch the
hard.
top. I'm burning myself. At least I'm not burning you.
There
okay,
you go.
a little.
Okay.
Good.
Yep, perfect.
Good.
Okay.
That is piping hot.
It's hot.
Okay.
I just brewed it. And then you don't need to do this, but we're just going to turn the volume up on this dessert.
As we should. What is that?
This is a shaved Theo's dark chocolate.
Yum.
Shout out to Theo's chocolate.
Oh my gosh, delicious.
The best. And so you're just going to do a little boop boop over the top. It's gorgeous.
So fancy.
And then again, talking about like this pressure of having everything be perfect. My spoons don't match.
Everything's
I just
fine.
have a cute little dish. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's more curated.
Absolutely.
And that shows your style.
Moving on to the next one so we get to it. What are we doing?
Okay.
And I'm going to try.
So this is a homemade limoncello. This is very doable, but what I'm mostly talking about is kind of the ease of this presentation. So this winter I had a supper club, and kind of at the last minute I realized that no one had signed up for dessert. So it was winter, so I did a big bowl of Satsuma oranges, and look how it scales to summer. Is there anything
cherries,
better than
nothing better.
Washington cherries?
Yes.
So big bowl of Washington cherries. We've cut nothing.
Yep.
Okay, all we've done is just wash produce. And then we've chunked up, again, a bar of Theo's chocolate. This one has the dark chocolate with sea salt.
Amazing.
The best combination in the world. And then what I like is that at the table, you can bring out a little bottle of like a limoncello or an Amaro, just something kind of fun. The whole point is that we've elevated it. And we've elevated it by paying attention to detail and putting it in fancy dishes, having really high quality, beautiful seasonal ingredients.
So important. Cheers. Oh my
Cheers.
gosh, coffee, ice cream, gelato, limoncello, yum.
I know, what's not to love?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm awake. Yum. That is so good, so flavorful. Last dessert too.
Okay.
Yum, yum, yum. What's happening?
So our last dessert, so as I said, it's built as a potluck and the menus rotate seasonally. This is part of the spring menu, so this is about to change out. We have fresh strawberries, a full fat sour cream. Again, notice the fancy bowls.
Yes.
We've done nothing but just kind of elevated the experience with details. And so I'm gonna get this for you.
Please.
Okay, so this has strawberries. The greens are our little handle, and then a dollop of sour cream, and then I have a dark brown sugar here. So I'm gonna give you this.
My
you
Lord.
take it, you dip it in the sour
I
cream.
guess I don't even need a
You
spoon.
don't.
Okay.
Dip it in the sour cream, and then dip
add
it
a
in
little
the brown sugar.
Okay,
Yep.
and while I'm tasting this, of course, how can everybody find you? Because this is such an amazing concept, especially for people like me.
It's so fun. You can find me at foodiewithalife.com. From there, I talk about things around hosting. I'll give you information about a cooking club. That's like recipes, how do you feed your family? And of course, supper club, which is how do I see my friends more often?
Definitely. And so with the membership, are you getting a lot of recipes like this? What can you tell me when someone signs up?
Yeah, so Supper Club has the rotating menu. It has something called an event element. And I love this. This is from Priya Parker's book, The Art of Gathering. And she really talks about kind of making it a moment. And so the event element is like the glue to the group. And it's nice because it takes the onus off of the host, who maybe feels like, oh, I kind of have to introduce all these people or like keep the conversation going.
Entertain. You're already feeling stressed with that, and then the food.
Totally. And so it's very much about just like a fun activity to do before dinner to get people like moving around the room, having a good time. An example of this might be a Negroni tasting, where, you know, if you have a couple friends who kind of fancy themselves a bartender, maybe those are the two people who make the Negronis, and then you have, you know, the rest of the group is judging them on it, like happy
Or
judging
taste testing.
and tasting. And then another one might be like a ketchup taste off, see, you know, one night, 5 ketchups, like which one is the best?
You were amazing. This was so much fun. I can't wait to have more lemon jello. I'm not going to lie. Thank you so much for being here.